If you look at your phone contacts right now and realize you have almost no one to call, do not panic. Your brain isn't necessarily failing at social connection. It might be optimizing for it. Psychologists refer to this as social selectivity. Society tells us that popularity is a sign of health and isolation is a sign of dysfunction. But for a specific subset of people, having a very small circle isn't a lack of social skill. It is the result of a rigorous, subconscious filtration system. Most people assume you are alone because you are weird, difficult, or antisocial, but the clinical reality is much more complex. Here is the truth. Your brain prioritizes authenticity over belonging. Most people maintain friendships by performing. They nod when they disagree, they laugh when they aren't amused, they suppress their true thoughts to keep the peace. You physically cannot do this. You aren't lonely because you are broken, you are alone because you refuse to perform. Here are the 5 rare psychological traits shared by people who walk alone. Number 1, the hyper-authenticity radar. You have a low tolerance for social posturing. When someone uses a fake customer service voice or pretends to be nicer than they are, your brain flags it as a threat. You cannot bond with a mask. This drastically reduces your pool of potential friends because, frankly, most people wear masks to survive. Second, you possess autotelic solitude. This is a fancy way of saying you are self-entertaining. Most people need others to regulate their emotions or cure their boredom. You don't. Your internal world is interesting enough to sustain you. Because you don't need people to fix your boredom, you only interact with them when they actually add value. Number 3, small talk intolerance. Third is an intolerance for low-density data. You don't hate talking, you hate the static. Discussing the weather or celebrity gossip feels physically draining to you. Your brain craves high-friction conversations, ideas, theories, psychology. Since few people communicate at this depth, you prefer silence over noise. Number 4, high-stakes loyalty. Fourth, you view friendship as a contract, not a hobby. For the average person, friendship is fluid. For you, it is absolute. You give 100% loyalty and you expect it in return. When you sense someone is flaky or disloyal, you don't downgrade them to an acquaintance, you evict them entirely. Finally, self-validation loops. Finally, you don't rely on external feedback to know who you are. The average person surrounds themselves with a herd to reaffirm their identity. You already know who you are. This makes you immune to peer pressure, but it also makes you less approachable because you don't feed other people's egos. If this sounds like you, be careful. The resistance you feel to letting people in isn't just high standards. It is a defense mechanism. But ultimately, remember this reframe. A small circle is not a cage. It is a fortress. You don't need to lower your standards to fill the empty chairs at your table. Better to starve alone than to be poisoned by fake connection. Your brain isn't antisocial, it's just selective. If you liked this video, check out this video that talks about 5 struggles only high IQ people face. If you're ready to decode the rest of your mind, subscribe to Mind Blueprint.